All right, everybody. It's been your boy, 𝖚𝖚𝖈𝖎𝖚, and we're doing a reaction to James Gunn. This is what I've been wanting to tune in and do a reaction to. Chapter 1, titled Gods and Monsters. I'm thinking vampires, I'm thinking monsters. So let's get it.
Hey everybody, I'm James Gunn. I'm the co-CEO of DC Studios. So as many of you know, DC has been disconnected in film and television for a long time. And it's one of, our jobs, mine and Peter's, is to come in and make sure the DCU is connected in film, television, gaming, and animation. That the characters are consistent, played by the same actors, and it works within one story. And if something is outside of that, like Matt Reeves' Batman or Todd Phillips' Joker or Teen Titans Go, that it is clearly labeled as DC Elseworlds, outside of the mainstream DCU continuity. Now, Peter and I have gotten pretty lucky in terms of the four
Okay, so I want to know if that's the case. If that's the case, I'm worried about stuff like that. If that's the case, I want to know, what about, I know Peacemaker is tied into I'm about to say MCU, DCU. I was going to say, what about Pennyworth? Because I haven't heard nothing about Pennyworth, what Earth he's on. Him, and what about the Doom Patrol? What world is the Doom Patrol? Titans, I think they on the same world as Peacemaker, even though they haven't did a crossover. Because you already know Superman and Lois is probably not part of the DCU, is probably in the Elseworld, unless Pennyworth is in the Elseworld too. I know Titans and Doom Patrol can't be, because they're doing, I think I was hearing that they was doing a crossover with what Stargirl. So yeah. Oh wait, no, but if they doing a crossover with them, then they might be. Then they might be Elseworld then. Because all the CW shows were Elseworld. Even this new Gotham TV show is part of Elseworld.
projects that are coming out over the next year. First, we have Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Shazam has always been off kind of in his own part of the DCU, so he connects very well. That moves directly into The Flash, a fantastic movie that I really love that resets the entire DC universe. Then to move into Blue Beetle, a fantastic film about a kid who's a marvelous part of the DCU, and then into Aquaman 2, which leads directly into our next few projects, which I'm going to tell you about now. So, Peter and I, along with a group of very talented writers, have started to map out an 8 to 10 year plan of what DC Studios will be in film, television, and gaming. This first chapter is called Gods and Monsters. Now this, what I'm about to tell you, is a part of the first chapter. It's not the entire first chapter. The first project is Creature Commandos. Creature Commandos is an animated series. I've written all the episodes. Something we're going to do that's a little bit different at DC is we're going to have characters move into animation.
Okay, I like this. I'm definitely hyped for this. I've been wanting them to do something like dark characters like that. Same for not, I don't know why I was going to say Shazam. Same for like Constantine. Man, I want the guy that plays Constantine to get his, I don't even know, another spin-off TV show for him. He should get another spin-off. Since they canceled DC Legends, I feel like Constantine should get a season of his own, another season of his own. So this is, if I'm correct, that's Weasel, Robot Man. I think that's Robot Man. Frankenstein's wife. I think that orange dude is Bright. It might be Bright. I don't know who the fish lady is. And I don't know who the other guy is.
Out of animation, usually having the same actor play their
animated
voice as who plays them in live action.
Definitely gonna do a review on that show.
Next project up is Waller. This is a story of Amanda Waller, played by Viola Davis. Viola Davis is going to team up with members of Team Peacemaker, and this is a story that's been created by Crystal Henry, who did Watchmen, and Jeremy Carver, who created the Doom Patrol. It is a fantastic story that's out of this world, and I can't wait for people to see it. Okay.
Amanda Waller, I'm not really feeling that one. If you wanted to tell a story, I feel like you could have did that like in an episode. Give her like 3 episodes or 2 episodes to tell her backstory. I don't think you need to give her her own TV show, because it's like, what's she gonna be doing? Because I'm like, if we do a Amanda Waller TV show, then I feel like you should tell her backstory. So, but then I know they're not gonna bring up Batman versus Superman, Ben Affleck, and all that stuff. They're not gonna bring that up. They're gonna cut that stuff out and not tie it in. So I'm like, there's no point of. I don't see why they. Now this, I don't really agree with the Amanda Waller TV show. I feel like you could have just showed her, introduced her in Peacemaker season 2. So are we getting a Peacemakers? We got to be getting a season 2 of Peacemaker this year.
Next up is the big one, the true beginning of the DCU. This is called Superman Legacy. This is being written by me.
Film.
I'm in the middle of it. I'm having a great time doing it. And Superman will be released into theaters July 11th, 2025.
Ooh.
Okay, the next thing is a big premiere.
He did say he wanted a younger Superman. I still feel bad that it's not going to be Henry Cavill, bro. That's sad, man.
Television series called Lanterns. This is a story of a couple of Green Lanterns, John Stewart and Hal Jordan. And we have a few other lanterns peppered in there, but this is really a terrestrial-based TV show, which is almost like True Detective with a couple of Green Lanterns who are.
So this is the one. I think this is the show that everybody was talking about, that DC was talking about making, was a Green Lantern or a Green Lantern TV show, and they were saying that it's going to be like a Lethal Weapon. Like if you watch Lethal Weapon movie, it's basically like that, where how the characters play in Lethal Weapon. It's going to be like a Lethal Weapon type of Green Lantern show. And we're getting Hal Jordan and John Stewart. Thank you, because I didn't want it to just be one character.
Space cops watching over Precinct Earth. In it, they discover a terrifying mystery that ties into our larger story of the DCU. Next is a big movie called The Authority. The Authority is a passion project of mine.
I do not know. I'm going to have to do some research. The Authority. I don't know who they are.
It's based on the marvelous Wildstorm characters we are now bringing into the DCU, and will interact with all of our primary DCU characters. The Authority are a group of superheroes who think the world is broken and they want to fix it by any means necessary. I think it's a very different look at superheroes. We're doing a television series called Paradise Lost. Paradise Lost is the story of Paradise Island, usually known as Themyscira, which is the birthplace of Wonder Woman. It's almost like Game of Thrones with Westeros, but with all of the inhabitants.
Ooh, that's gonna be nice. Cause you gotta think about it. This was set up. This would definitely set up. So then, if this is the case, I feel like Gal Gadot, she's staying as Wonder Woman. But this open doors. I think it's cool. I've been waiting for them to do something like that with Paradise Island. Or Themyscira, either way you call it. I've been waiting for them to do something like this because this sets up doors for like Wonder Girl to appear, and Artemis, as another character. Not the Young Justice Artemis, but the other type of Artemis. This also sets up, I think her name is it 𝖬𝖆𝖈𝖆, or 𝖬𝖆𝖈𝖆? I think it's 𝖬𝖆𝖈𝖆. She's a Wonder Woman, but an African American one. And I can introduce that because I think they introduced her in Wonder Woman. I think, maybe. I might be wrong. I don't think they did. I might be wrong. But this sets up that. Ooh, and it's like oh man, that's gonna be cool.
Of Paradise Island. The introduction of the DCU's Batman is The Brave and the Bold.
Oh,
The
Batman.
Brave and the Bold is the story of Batman and his actual...
Wow. Dang it. You know, when I heard Batman Brave and the Bold, I'm thinking like the cartoon Batman Brave and the Bold, and I'm like, ooh, they making another season? But no, they're going... Oh, and it's a film too. So this is what, like probably... You already had Damian, so that means the question is this Batman, has this Batman went through all the tragic stuff already of having Nightwing and Red Hood and all that? Because if you got Damian, then that means they introduced the League and all that stuff.
Son, Damian Wayne. This is based on Grant Morrison's great comic book run. Damian Wayne is my favorite Robin. He's a little assassin who Batman tries to get in line, and so this is the story of the two of them and the beginning of sort of the Bat family in the DCU. Next up is a TV series called Booster Gold. Booster Gold is one of comics' really popular cult heroes. He is a fascinating guy. He's a loser from the future who uses future technology to come back to present day and become a superhero so that people will love him. It is basically the super...
I don't really care about Booster Gold. Ooh, but then that sets up Booster Gold and Blue Beetle because they're like best of friends. But I think the Blue Beetle in this movie is not Ted Kord. It's 𝖜𝖜𝖈𝖆. So I want to know if they're going to introduce Ted Kord in the Blue Beetle movie. Well, they got to, because you can't really tell the Blue Beetle. You have to. You can't tell the Blue Beetle story without mentioning Ted Kord giving up his scarab to 𝖜𝖈𝖆. And then that's going to tie in probably with, I feel like, tie in with Booster Gold. Because if you don't know, Booster Gold and Blue Beetle are like the best of friends.
Superhero story of imposter syndrome on an HBO Max series. One of my favorite comic book series from last year was Tom
Because then he could do a cameo too.
King's run on Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. And so we're going to turn that into a big science fiction epic film.
Ooh.
Now, Superman is a guy who was sent to Earth and raised by loving parents.
And you know, it's crazy. They just did, I just mentioned in my other video, they did a Superman, Man of Tomorrow. Now they're doing a Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. I like that play on. So they're probably going to... It's going to be really tricky. I think they're... I think that they're going to... which I hope they don't do. Because he said he's going to basically make characters from films play in animated and people from the animated play in the films, in the video games too, and such, etc. Like, yeah. So if that's the case, I feel like the girl that plays Supergirl in the new Flash movie that comes out, she's going to play this Supergirl too. She probably just going to have to dye her hair blonde. Because I think in the Flash movie, her hair is black, I think. And hopefully we get a backstory about her. Yeah, because I don't see them recasting. I don't see them just throwing away that Supergirl that's playing in the Flash movie. Because she's our first, well, not our first. Ooh, I just thought about it. I thought about it. What if they don't get that Supergirl that's playing in the Flash movie, but get the Supergirl that played in the TV show? Melissa, I think it's Melissa Santos in the Supergirl TV show. She can play this Supergirl because she's going from TV to movie. I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that. Because the slate gonna be changed after the Flashpoint. That's something to sit on and think about it.
Where Supergirl in this story, she is a character who was raised on a chunk of Krypton. She watched everybody around her perish in some terrible way. So she's a much more jaded character. And that brings me to Swamp Thing, the last thing we're going to talk about.
Yes, sir, we get us. Bro, we have to, bro. Come on, James Gunn, you said it. You're saying this. You're saying what you're saying, James Gunn. From TV to movie, movie to TV, and both, etc., to video games. And we can be getting Derek, I forget his last name. If you don't know Derek, Derek played Swamp Thing in the TV show that came on, wasn't it HBO? No, CW. No. Did it come on CW? No, they put it on CW, I think. Because I think, no. Yeah, I think they put it on CW, but it aired on the DC Universe app. I think. I can't remember. It was either one of them, but if you're doing that, then bring Derek, who plays Swamp Thing in the TV show, to the films. Fair is fair.
Very dark horror story in the origins of the monster who is Swamp Thing. And although it's totally outside of the rest of the DCU, it will still feed into the rest of the stories. Anyway, those are the stories that
because I think Swamp Thing was, I think he was on the DC Universe. I think he was on DC's. Yep. Okay. So yeah, it was on the DC Universe app, and then they end up pushing the episodes to HBO and the CW and the HBO Max. Yeah.
I can tell you about right now. I've loved the DC characters since I was a child. They're incredibly important to me. I knew that this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to do something very different. One of the things that's very important for me in all of these movies and TV series is that the director's vision and the vision of the writers and all of the creators is unique and something special. Storytelling is always king. That's all that matters to us. And I want to be true to those stories. I want to be true to you guys and really give you something different than you've ever seen before. Anyway, thank you, everybody. I appreciate you watching. I hope this was exciting for you because it's really exciting for me. And I can't wait to start to dive into these stories with you guys on this grand adventure. Thank you so much.
Every time.
Yeah. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Now, this is the time when I'll be saying leave your thoughts. This is the time to leave your thoughts in the comments. I want to know. Like, the only show I think, like I said, two of them, I would have replaced them with something else. The Amanda Waller TV show, I feel like we didn't need that. They could have just gave her an origin story in Peacemaker, like a 2-part episode or something. Because it's like, you can't really tell a lot of her backstory because a lot of her backstory does with Zack Snyder's, Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, all that stuff. The only way they would pull the information out of her would be Suicide Squad and Black Adam would be the only two canon parts that they would pull some of her stuff out of. And Booster Gold, I would have did Booster Gold with, like I said, I would have did Booster Gold with like Constantine. I feel like Constantine should get another season. But the other ones, I liked it, like the Damian, Batman Brave and the Bold. At first, I thought it was a TV show getting another season. I'm like, ooh, Batman Brave and the Bold. Oh, shit. And the whole Bat family, so they're gonna start over with the Bat family. We're gonna see how this works. Paradise Island, I can't wait for that. The Lanterns, I can't wait for that. They said that's like a Lethal Weapon type of movie. It's gonna be. They said Paradise Island's gonna be like a Game of Thrones type, which I believe it for both. Creature Commandos, I was already looking for them doing something like that already. So I'm excited about that. I'm gonna definitely do reviews on that. Swamp Thing, I'm hoping that they use Derek. I don't know his last name. That plays from the TV show. Use that man as the voice actor. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. I'm thinking they're gonna use Melissa, that plays Supergirl in the TV show, but I could be wrong. And they could just grab the Supergirl that's playing in the Flash movie. But she don't got the curly hair like that. That's why I think they might bring back Melissa. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. I definitely need to start. I need to know the Authority. I gotta look up about them because I definitely don't know nothing about them. But let me know in the comments. It's been your boy, the Vampire King himself, 𝖚𝖚𝖚𝖚𝖚𝖚. I want to thank y'all for sitting here watching me, watching my reaction, tuning in. I definitely wanted to do a reaction on this. So, yeah. Make sure y'all bite that like button, bite that subscribe button, share the video. Make sure you share the video. Make sure you bite that like button, bite that subscribe button, share my video. Comment below. I want to see the comments. I want to see what y'all think about this. Did y'all like it? Was it iffy? Or was it nah? This has been your boy, the Vampire King himself, 𝖚𝖜𝖚. Make sure y'all bite that like. Y'all already know, bite the like button, bite the subscribe button, join the Vampire, because all we doing is getting stronger. Because all we are is in a feeding frenzy for blood. It's been your boy, the Vampire King himself, 𝖚𝖜𝖚, and I'll see y'all for the next reaction. Take care, guys. Oh, step back. Stupid.